Hi everybody, welcome back to Just Dream Guide. Okay, today I want to talk about the new wave of ascension, okay, and spiritual awakening. For those of us that are woke, I hate that word by the way, I told y'all that at the beginning of this, there is about to be an ascension, okay? So essentially that means, getting higher and higher into your spirituality. For those of you who aren't woke, you guys are waking up, and waking up is the hardest thing to do. It is painful. It sucks. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You lose sleep. You lose a lot of friends and family. It's a lot. Okay, so as a person who has been through spiritual awakening and spiritual psychosis, I just wanted to give you guys some hints and some, lessons, kind of like a playbook of what I learned while I was going through it. And especially because spiritual ascension is kind of the same thing. It's like going through it, but a smaller version of it. Okay, so in 2020, a lot of people were ascended, okay? And a lot of people didn't know this because they were just like, whoa, COVID was out, a lot of things were happening. So they were like, wow, what is this? Why am I not sleeping well? Why am I getting all this stuff and thoughts into my head? A lot of people wanted to get rid of old people, old friends, old habits, okay? So I'm one of them. I was like, whoa, what's going on? I thought people thought I was going crazy. I thought I was going crazy, okay? But it was not enough healed people out here to help you. Not enough information other than people claiming to be witches, which is like spirituality does not have to do or deal with witch practices. It could be, but it's not necessarily that. Spirituality is really, really reading up on the galaxy, reading up on your scriptures or biblical texts, reading up on, different things. If you notice, when people walk into spiritual awakening, they have different hairstyles, they change their style, okay? A lot of dreadlocks, a lot of naturalists, okay? It's people start making connections with history and science. They start to really, really, really get into like the government and how we were taught and it's a new changed way of thinking. The Bible says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. That means your mind has to be totally different. So it's new learning that you have to go through. So if you notice, like I said, when people go through spiritual awakening, they start to read more. They start to connect with the stars and astrology, not just signs. I'm talking planets and the moon balances and retrogrades and things like that, okay? So a lot of people get really into NASA and things like that, okay? They rebel against family, okay? Prince Harry and Meghan aren't the only ones. They're just the most famous couple that started saying, what, deuces, we're gonna be happy. So spiritual awakening is that, just going after what makes you happy. It's also about impacting the world and teaching the world something new, because again, it's transforming by the renewing of your mind. Jesus had his disciples that were teaching the world something different than what they knew. The traditional methods are fine, but hey, let me supplement this. Let me add to this. And then some of it we can change. So I just want to help with the transition, okay? Some of the things that can help you. Eating healthier, okay? That means no eating out. Only eat what you prepare or cook. Watch what you eat. I have to make emphasis on that because when you're going through spiritual awakening and ascension, a lot of people, they will try to attack you. You go through what's called spiritual attacks. And so they'll put something in your food or do something weird, pray over your stuff, wish you bad when they give you your plate. Only prepare and eat what you cook, okay? I'm just being real, because when you start to ascend and start to really, really get closer to God, the devil sends his army. That comes through people, that comes through family, that comes through things. Old habits come back, people from way back in the gap come back that wasn't healthy for you. But this is how the devil does. He sends his army because he's like, oh no, I don't got them no more. So let me do my best to keep them at a lower level state or whatever. So again, eat healthier. That means no sugar. Decrease the intake of sugar. It messes with your intuition, your third eye up here. Okay, so like getting back on the sodas. You know what I'm saying? If you can't stop completely on sodas, just cut back. Candy is one of those things that I had to really, I've had snacks in here for like a month at this point, 2 months, 3 months, and I haven't eaten them like I usually eat candy. I usually have a purse full of candy. I don't eat candy like that anymore. I did have my addiction to those those white chocolate Reese's, but that's a whole nother story. I'm better now. Drink more water, okay? Water will help cleanse your system. It'll help like really release clarity again with that third eye. It also helps you like purge toxins out of your body so you can really understand what's going on with your body, because your body is going to start to change. You're going to start sleeping a lot. Sleeping a lot means your body is doing all kinds of things on the inside, because we all know it's a powerhouse in the system. It's going to require lots and lots of water, okay? Okay. It also connects you to the planets, mainly the moon. And I know this is weird because I'm not a lunatic. Lunatic, that's what they call them, because they worship the moon and they know all the cycles. I just know what I should know, which is, you know, the moon governs the tides. It governs our emotions. Our body is made of 70-90% water, whatever. And that means that, you know, while we're going through this emotional phase, we got to be balanced in our water balance, okay? Also, prevent fluoride. Avoid fluoride at all costs if you can. You know, brushing your teeth with fluoride, it blocks the pineal gland right here in your third eye, so you can't really see as clearly. You'll be under illusions, and that's what I said. The devil, he will send spiritual attacks. Everything that you start to think will start to be like attacking your mind. That's the devil's playground, right? So you'll start to think, oh, well, maybe this is going on, or maybe somebody's doing this, or maybe this is happening to me, or, you know, that's why I'm the black sheep of the family. All kinds of stuff will start to resurface because you're under illusions, okay? Just be careful, because that'll block your glass. Okay, read more scriptures and biblical texts also, or whatever text that you feel like, you know, is your religious parts, because it's all about spirituality. It's all about love, caring, being compassionate, opening up to people, all right? That includes numerology, angel numbers. You're going to start to go into signs, like, you know, numbers 222, 444. You could tell when Jay-Z woke up, his album was 444. Okay, that's really like the seeker's number. When you start to see 444 a lot, or 1111, or 111, you need to understand what that means. Those are angel numbers trying to tell you some things. Okay. The hardest parts are, you're going to have to start apologizing to people about the past, okay? You may have made some mistakes in the past. Most of the time, these mistakes were probably made either under the influence when you were at your lower level state, or, you know, just guilty, shameful things you may have done. You have to own up to that. Doing your shadow work, that's what they call it. That means facing your demons, the parts in yourself that you really just don't like or can't face the world. It's called coming into the light. The biblical sense is coming into the light, because we hide from God when we're doing these things. But when you step into the light, aka ascending, getting closer to God, you're no longer shameful. You need to be, it's not like you're proud of what you did, but you learned your lesson. So somebody somewhere needs to hear your story. And to keep it in the darkness is owning up to that shame, and no one sees it, so no one gets healed, no one gets help. Everyone feels like, oh, this happened, let me hide, you know. Okay, so anyways, just apologize directly to people for how you treated them. One of the things is, you know, I always suggest watching Disney movies, because then you start to see, you know, it helps, number one, with the childhood wounds. Okay, so we start to go through these emotions of, you know, oh, my daddy didn't love me, my mama wasn't there. Your emotions are going to start to come out a lot, especially when you're just waking up. When you're ascending, it's a little different. You're just still learning and healing, because healing is not a destination, it's a process. So you're just healing. It's not as bad. When you're going through your ascension, however, it's like everything, every part of trauma comes out. Everything. If you had a bad Christmas, if you had a bad relationship, you cry. It's okay though, because you need to purge that out. It's called purging. It's getting out all the toxins. Again, that's why you need to drink a lot of water, because spiritually, energetically, you're letting go of all that trauma. You can't walk through life with that. And actually owning up and seeing what happened and how that affects you helps other people once you find the lesson, okay? Can't just walk around with it. It's a lesson. It's a reason. You know, you're gifted. You're blessed. You have a gift. Anyways, okay, so keep to yourself too, because again, people call me crazy. That's okay, because I was confident enough to just be around people and be called crazy. Oh, she crazy. Oh yeah, she crazy. I mean, I was acting out. I ain't gonna lie. I was acting out, but to be crazy and still going through such an emotional time, you know, purging all these emotions and all this trauma, it's best just to stay away from people. You know, honor your solitude. That way you don't have to explain, because explaining things like that is pointless, to be honest, because people aren't on your level. You're leveling up. Okay, different frequencies. It's not like you're going to be able to explain that. So stay away from family, because you'll see how some people intentionally and unintentionally hurt you. Family and friends, okay? Have to put that out there. Some of them may have even blocked your happiness or your love, or, you know, had so many different influences in your life. Like some people are like, yeah, I picked this career because of my dad. You know, stay away from your dad for a second. And then figure out what you want to do and what your purpose is. Oh yeah, my mom didn't like my wife, so I divorced her. Stay away from your mom for a second, because who wants their career to be picked? Who wants their mate to be picked by somebody? So it's best just to stay away, okay? Because they'll just doubt your change. You'll be like, hey, for instance, I'm a chemical engineer. I want to be a reader, a healer. What? How dare you? What you gonna do with your degree? Everybody asks all these questions, and it's just like, sometimes you just don't know. You just know what Father is giving you in your own spirituality, and you know that it's gonna work out. Okay. Anyways, also stay away from, like I said, doubtful people, because you're gonna change. You're gonna stop doing some of the habits that you used to do. You're gonna stop, craving the party life and all of that. You know, it's gonna be friends be like, come out, hang out, let's go. And you're gonna be like, no, I don't want to. I don't feel like it. And just to stay away, it's best to just stay away, because then you don't have to keep explaining, and you don't have to be peer pressured, because that's just gonna keep your process and delay your process from getting higher and higher. So avoid drugs and alcohol while I'm on the subject of that as best as you can, because that drives out the doubt in your mind as well. You can do anything that you set your mind to, anything in this world, okay? And so it's just like when you're under the influence of alcohol or drugs, especially like both of those, you begin to wild out. You begin to do things that you regret, or that are shameful, or that, may hurt some people, even with your words, with your actions, whatever. Some people wind up in jail. Some people wind up, dead, or, just stay away from that stuff, okay? It's going to also bring you down as you're trying to get closer to God. If you have all this drugs and alcohol in your system, you're like, oh, woe is me. Like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. What are we doing? Like, come on now. Anyways, okay, so you're gonna be sorting out, like I said, regret, trauma, all kinds of things. Don't do that with alcohol, okay? Don't do that with drugs. It's just not gonna work. It's just gonna send you back into a cycle of pain instead of letting that pain out. Okay, so pray more and try to meditate more. That's how you really, really get that out of your system. Get outside more. Touch a tree. I know it sounds very hippie, but like, get outside and watch the glory of God. I mean, seriously, watch how the universe reacts to everything. The wind blows, the trees move. If you can't touch a tree, just sit in a park, and watch how the birds come through, and you'll begin to see like butterflies and beautiful things happening. I know I sit in the park all the time. Y'all also have seen my videos, and the sun will come out while I'm talking, or a butterfly will fly over my head. It's just the most beautiful thing in this world, and you'll begin to see how everything is connected in life. Okay. Also, like I said, pray more. Write down and record your stagnant energies, okay? That means getting in front of a camera, or pushing record, or writing down your negative thoughts. Whatever it is. If you have daddy issues, oh, my dad forced me to do this. My mom did this to me. My blah, 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 blah. Write it down. Record it if you can't write it down. If it's so much, record it. But this is the key. Delete it, okay? Discreetly, because you don't want to trigger anybody else through your pain or your trauma. This is a healing thing for you only, okay? Keep all of that information in a journal to yourself. If you need to, throw it away or whatever, because traumatizing somebody else from your pain, kind of recycling what happened, you're doing this for your benefit. You're not doing this for other people's benefit. And the last thing you need is somebody to be like, oh, well, I heard that you said this about me, and I was just 16 when I had you, and da-da-da-da-da, because I've heard it all from clients and stuff. So I'm just telling you guys to just protect your information. I've gone through it myself. Somebody reads something that you just trying to get off your chest. Because remember, energy is not created or destroyed. It's just transferred. So transfer that energy out of you. You have to purge it out. That means crying. Cry it out. Cry out that pain. I always say that tears are magical. That's why I always recommend a Disney movie, because you get to see how people cry, and then butterflies come and the sparks come and everything happens. Great. Okay. because they let that stuff go and they make room for miracles to happen. Okay. Anyways, yeah, get out that negative thoughts, negative feelings about people, whatever it is, whatever trauma it is, whatever I'm talking about, you only know, let it go. Throw it away. Some people say burn it. I just say throw it away if you can, just like that. But in addition to writing that down, the Bible says confess with your tongue and your mouth and write down your aspirations and your dreams. You have to put that into words. You can't just think, oh, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire, And then it also has to be purposeful. You cannot just say, I want to be a millionaire. How is that going to impact the world? What are you going to do with that million? It happens for people because they have a plan. They have small milestones. My milestones were very small at first. I was just reading cards for friends, just trying to help them out, heal them, mentoring them. And then it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And now it's like, now I have clients that actually need me and I need them because it helps me build up, a world of love. Because all that we're doing in this whole world is trying to promote love and trying to cancel out all this evil that's going on. So again, with the spiritual ascension that's going to happen, a lot of people are leveling up because we need you guys that are already in the spiritual community, the healers, the readers, the counselors. We need y'all because the new age is about to start rising. And I was told that it's going to be double of what happened in 2020, okay? So we need people because, like I said at first, I didn't have a playbook. So I'm making this video because I'm just trying to give some nuggets of wisdom as a coach. You got this. You can get through this. It took me 2 years. For y'all, I'm guessing it's going to be a week or two if you do it right. If you do it right and you follow these instructions, it doesn't have to be a big cycle thing, because I was going through cycles. I would go through a cycle and then I'd go man, and I'd fail tests. I used to fail so many tests. It's okay, now I'm triggered again. Now I want to drink again. Now I'm triggered again. Now I want to drink again. And before you knew it, I just kept going back and forth into I'm healed, I'm not healed, I'm healed, I'm not healed, I'm healed. And so I'm just trying to help people because I don't want y'all to go through that cycle. It doesn't take that long. It shouldn't take that long. Okay, so anyways, what I want to leave you guys with is just, watch a Disney movie, like I said, especially if you have kids. This is important because it brings out the child in you and then it helps you be a great parent to your children, okay? Clean your house. This is how you keep busy during all these feelings and emotional waves, okay? You keep busy by cleaning up, watching a good movie, like a good wholesome. I always recommend Disney movies because they're always fun to me. I don't know. Because I just feel like, they uplift you in a lot of great ways. And you'll know when you have really kind of, I won't say reached your peak because, we're always healing, but you'll know when you start to just fully get healed. Well, not fully get healed, but like I said, it's a process, but you'll know when you start really healing, not just saying that you're gonna heal, okay? And you'll know this because you might change your hair. You might change your whole look, just like you've seen people do. Erykah Badu like this and that, she like that. You know what I'm saying? She changes her looks every time she ascends. Okay? And you'll also kind of be impulsive a little bit. You'll start to like for instance, I went and bought some cats. And it was just okay. Spirit just woke me up one day and said, buy some cats. I was like, what? I was okay. And I was gonna buy one cat because I was I need some company, But it was no, they need a friend too. So my 2 cats are here, and it was kind of impulsive. It was kind of Spirit might say, "Well, you driving, go right," and you're but I always go left here. It's no, go right, and you'll find that going left would have caught you in an accident or something bad would happen. So you'll start to make really sound third eye decisions at that point. Okay, it'll feel impulsive to the world because, again, you will look kind of crazy, but you're not crazy. I'm here to assure you that you're not crazy, okay? Whew. And you'll also stop pleasing people. So if your dad wanted you to be a pharmacist and you don't want to be a pharmacist, don't be a pharmacist. You'll quit your job that day. Oh, I recommend the movie Soul. When that guy woke up, he was doing all these numbers. He was sitting in this office, and he was an accountant at this, almost like a Enron kind of thing or whatever. And yeah, he got up, and then his his soul got out of this dark, heavy place. Anyways, watch that movie. I always recommend that movie. But you'll stop pleasing people. You'll start to say, okay, no, this is the person that I love. You can't tell me nothing. You'll start to say, oh no, this is the job I want to be at. This is what I want to do with my life. Because you've grown. We all grown. We need to stop being influenced by these people that don't know. They don't know you. Even if they think they know, they knew old you. New you is new you. And you decide who that is. You get to decide. You get to decide if you want to do this or that. You get to decide. Don't let anybody impact or influence that. Not your mother, not your aunt, not your grandmother, not your daddy, nobody. Even though they think they know best, they don't know you. They don't know what you feel. They don't know how you feel about a person. They don't know. Anyway, so forgive the past and everything. Understand that everything happened for a reason. We're here for a reason. Understand that. There's a reason why all of this happened. Don't live in regret. Like, oh man, Don't forget these apologies. Remember that. Don't forget to apologize to people that you hurt when you weren't in a state of healed. They'll accept that. And then move forward. Don't sit in the drama. Don't sit in the guilt. Don't sit in the shame. It's time to heal the world. Write down your goals and how you're going to heal the world and what you want to do in life. Write them down. Inspirations, everything. Write down what inspires you. Write down how you're going to inspire others. Write it down. And then start to act on it. Anyways, I hope this helped. Okay, you guys? You're not crazy. If you need any help or assistance, you can hit my website. Email me, justdreamguide@gmail.com. Or whatever. I'll be happy to help. Because I hate for people to be in a state of confusion. Because that's what it kind of is. And feel like they have no one to talk to. Or feel like they're losing their mind. You're not losing your mind. You're transforming your mind. It's almost like it's painful. It's a painful awakening. It's a little painful when you're ascending, but it's painful when you wake up. It's almost like Alice in Wonderland. You go down a rabbit hole and you're like, what is this? And then once you're down there, you're like, oh, okay, now I'm going to this house. Now I'm going to that house. Anyways, I hope this information helped and blessed. Again, if you need any assistance, go to justdreamguide.com. You can email me at justdreamguide@gmail.com. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your time as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope this helped.